Israel, Hamas and the mediators haven't said anything specific in their discussions about a possible ceasefire, but the broad proposal is believed to be based on those three-stage processes that Charles just mentioned. The first phase would be that 6-week ceasefire, during which Hamas would release women and elderly and wounded captives in exchange for Palestinian-held prisoners in Israeli prisons. The second phase would include a permanent end to the hostilities and release of all remaining Israeli captives. And the third phase would be that reconstruction of Gaza and the return of the remains of any deceased captives to Israel. Let's bring in Tamer Qarmout. He's a conflict resolution specialist and an assistant professor of public policy at Doha Institute for Graduate Studies. Joins us live now from Belgrade in Serbia. Good to have you with us again, Mr. Qarmout, on the programme. Can we just talk about these technical teams that the Israelis are sending to Doha? I mean, we've seen this scenario happen before, but it doesn't really mean that there'll be any breakthrough in negotiations because we don't really have, or we're not privy to that information. It's just yet one more stage in the process to getting to the, you might say, the conclusion of what both sides want.
Yes, exactly, Sophi. Yes, we have been there before, and the previous rounds of negotiations have failed miserably. And I'm pretty not sure what's the new developments or the new urge, especially for Netanyahu, because he feels he's impune. That would enable such developments that would enable this round to succeed as well. Because as we talk, people are dying and dying in big numbers. I mean, as the war continues in Gaza. So just imagining that these negotiations might take weeks to materialize, it's a horrifying idea, given the miserable and the genocidal crime that we see being aired on TV now. So I'm really not sure, and I'm quite pessimistic because as we talk also, we have been hearing that there are disagreements between Netanyahu and his Minister of Defense, also over the deal as well. So I think let's wait and see. I mean,
okay.
There's so many unknown factors for us, and we have to know what's there.
OK, let's unpick it a little bit more, because these talks are going on behind closed doors. Israel is making very public through its Prime Minister what its red lines are. Are those red lines realistic now in terms of the pressure that's being applied, we think, by Washington on Tel Aviv over getting to a ceasefire?
Well, I mean, if the pressure really exists, and that's an assumption, I mean, so far, I mean, I feel this is, I mean, in my opinion, that this is kind of the last push by the Biden administration. And then after this push, if things don't work, the Americans will be fully busy with their elections, and the Gaza war will be a secondary priority or a third priority for them. But again, the devil is in the details, because Netanyahu has been there before, and he has sabotaged many of these negotiation deals. So it really, for me, if this round is to succeed, I think it needs a real and a sincere American pressure and some deadlines by Washington. Well, I hope the Americans are there, but I'm not sure yet.
Yeah, I think it's a wait and see at the moment. There's a bit of a holding pattern to see what happens as these talks finish in Doha. For the moment, Tamer Qarmout, thanks for joining us.